Hello, my sexy muffins, and welcome to a new video. With this video, we are doing Alastor X Female Listener, which is a mini series of how she met him, aka how you met him as a child, and how you grew up with him, and how he became Yandere for you, and how that progressed. Disclaimer: Alastor is obviously not Yandere in canon and is asexual in canon, possibly aromantic as well in canon, but at the very least we are making him in this asexual. I'm trying to expand my writing to such, but I will also expand it to aromantic as well as soon as possible. I'm just have a bit of a learning curve to have. Anyways, continue with the disclaimer. Disclaimer, he is not Yandere canon. This is just for fun, not to be taken serious at all. Simping for fictional characters and fictional Yanderes is fine as long as you are not illegal or gross about it. Or remember to separate fiction from reality and to respect the canon. Anyways, let's do this. Yanderes are not ideal partners to have in real life, and you should not want them in real life. And people like Alastor, who are crazy and a serial killer, are obviously not ideal partners to have as well, even though they are super sexy. But this starts out innocent with meeting them as children. You are his childhood friend as it starts, and how he develops his yanderiness for you. Okay, so you can also suggest ideas that you want to see with them in their human life. Suggest what you want to see, like how they develop their friendship, what scenarios you would like to see. I will do my best to incorporate them all. Comment those down below. Thank you, and let's do this. Okay. Warning, there will be mention of time period racism. No slurs will be used, and I will do it to a minimum as possible. But this was before the 1933s when Alastor died in 33, so 1933. So yes, there will be mentions of it because you will be whatever race you are, but also Alastor is mixed. And I had canon that his mother was the African American one and that his father was white, so there will be mentions of racism. I will keep it to a minimum as possible. Thank you, and please enjoy. And if I see you racist in the comments, I'm just going to block you instantly. Okay, let's do this. You just moved to the swamps of New Orleans, Louisiana, and you got a nice home that was near another one. Your mother took you by the hand and led you to the other house to introduce yourselves. She knocked on the door, and you waited there playing with your dress. Suddenly, a woman opens the door, and she smiles down at you. She was very beautiful and breathtaking. And you smile back at her and wave. Hello, y'all. What can I do for you? She asks. Your mother smiles and introduces you. Hello, I am. Mother's name's last name. And this is my daughter, your name, last name. We just finished moving in today, and we were introducing ourselves to our neighbors. You seem to be the only neighbor we had, so I thought we would introduce ourselves. She says to the woman. That's wonderful. I have a son about her age. Alastor, come down here, she says, and you hear running down from the stairs. And I'm Miss Morte, Maria Morte, and this is my son, Alastor Morte, she says, smiling at you all, and Alastor appeared. You smiled at him and waved, and he waved back. It was very sweet and cute. Your mother walked in as Miss Morte let you guys in, and you both sat at the and you all sat at the table as she tea for all of you. Of course, you and Alastor had water. You drink the water and look at your mom, who was chatting with Miss Morte, and then you looked at Alastor. He smiled at you, and you both left the table after drinking some water. And Alastor tells his mom that he was going to go upstairs to play with you. You smiled and ran up with Alastor to his room. There he pulled out a chessboard. You never played chess before, and he started to tell you the rules of the game. You sat down across from him, and he slowly taught you how to play chess. So I move this piece here if I start? You ask as you move one of the pawns. He nodded his head, and he talked you through it. It was very sweet and very cute. You both talked as you slowly got the grip of the game. Alastor seeming to let you win because he didn't want to hurt your feelings. He was a gentleman, after all. His mother did raise him right. And you look up at him. You're letting me win, you tell him, your eyes narrowing in on him. And he laughs. No, I'm not. And you pout at him. Don't go easy on me, Alastor, you tell him. And he smiles. Okay, you asked for it. And then you both started a new game. The new game went very fast. You lose, and then you sighed. Oh well, I guess I got a lot to learn. So, Alistair, you ask him, what else do you do for fun around here other than play chess? I do like to play outside a lot. The swamps are really cool, but we have to be careful for the gators. Gators? You ask, tilting your head at him. Oh, yeah, they are out in the swamps. Very dangerous. You have to know to stay away from them, and if you see them, you got to zigzag because they can't run side to side. Oh, you say, making a no face and nodding. You'll have to teach me that then. I will. I will, he says, smiling wider, and you guys continue to talk. Then you went downstairs when your mother and his mother called you down. You both ran downstairs and smiled. So, would you all like to stay for dinner? Miss Morte asked your mother, as she cleaned up the teacups and water glasses. No, my father. Oh no, my husband is cooking us dinner right now. We should be getting back. Your name, are you ready to go? You nodded your head but asked if you could see Alastor again. And she nodded. As long as that's fine with Miss Morte. And Miss Morte smiled at your mother and you. Of course, I would love for Alastor to be able to play with your name again, she says, smiling. See you around, sugar, she says, and gently patted your head as you left with your mother. Your mother picked you up and hoisted you into her arms, and you smiled. I like him, you said, declaring him to be your friend. And your mother smiled. I'm glad you do, she says. You smile and look over your mother's shoulder where Alastor was standing and waving. You waved back, but you swore you saw something in the shadows. Something tall and something red. But you shake it off. It was probably just your imagination. Your father always said you had an overactive imagination, after all. You went home and you told your papa, aka father, all about the day. He smiled and was proud that you met a friend and that you were getting along so well, and that you would be able to have a friend this summer, as it will keep you active and get you ready for school the next year. Your mother and father were very happy with this, and they got everything settled for dinner. You could not wait to see Alistair again tomorrow. Maybe he can teach you how to run zigzag like he suggested. You were so excited, but your mind kept going back as you went up to bed about the red shaped figure in the background. You didn't know what it was, but it seemed to not leave your mind. You closed your eyes, and then suddenly the image of a monster appeared for you, and you screamed. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this first one. I just wanted to intro it. And yes, Alistair from Hell will be interfering at some points. That's why I had him. If there's anything you want to see, like how you had small scenarios when you're kids, how you guys grow up together with Alistair, comment it below and I will do my best to do it all. Also, check out the Patreon and the memberships if you want, so you can check them out if you want. If not, that is fine. You don't have to if you don't want to. I will not blame you. And yes, I hope that you all enjoyed this. Shout out to my patrons, Gav Imp. Thank you, Gav Imp, for being my first patron and everything. You are fabulous. And Wicked Brony, thank you, Wicked Brony, for being my second patron and just as fabulous as Gav Imp / Gav. I hope that you all enjoyed this, and I hope that I get this done. Also, if you want to stay for other videos at the end of this, there will be suggested videos of Yandere characters and such at the end for you to check out, and you can do that and all that good jazz. And yeah, make sure you're still subscribed, because sometimes YouTube is silly and likes to unsubscribe people, which is ridiculous. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed, and stay sexy, all my sexy muffins. Bye bye!